a country in Africa called Ghana. Now my question is, who is the senior brother to the other? Is it the country that first gained independence in Africa, or the country that follows suit 3 years later? Now, what determines seniority of a brother or sister? Is it the age that determines the seniority of a brother or sister? Or the size of the country? Or the size and magnitude of your brother or sister? It is sad to know that people would not read and be exhibiting their ignorance openly, especially some of my Nigerian brothers.
Ghana's really coming up. Is Nigeria a little jealous that Ghana's coming up right now?
I lived in Ghana for about a year and a half.
Oh, really?
Accra.
Some Nigerians are very ignorant. This Ghanaian lady, she's a half Ghanaian and half Nigerian. She actually sent a Nigerian back to school for saying that for calling Ghana ordinary Ghana, and that Ghana is junior sister to Nigeria. You guys, this actually triggered a lot of Ghanaians, and they lectured him and they sent him back to school. I don't know why most Nigerians are always doing this, trying to talk down on Ghanaians. But I'm going to allow you guys to watch this video. So if you're seeing me for the first time, I'm simply Lilian. Do well by liking this video, subscribing, please. Let's check out these videos together.
So Nigerians has always seen Ghana as their junior brother or sister. They call Ghanaians or Ghana names such as ordinary Ghana. Or let me say, we call Ghana ordinary Ghana. Names such as common Ghana, simple Ghana, the people whose food are like food for the gods. How about doing a little blast from the past from both countries? Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was the first to gain independence for a country in Africa called Ghana. That happened in 1957. Nigeria, on the other hand, gained independence in 1960 after Ghana had taken the lead. History has said that Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, the Ghanaian then president or the freedom fighter for Ghana, helped Nigeria to gain independence as well. Nigeria, on the other hand, has a very huge land size with over 250 ethnic groups. Ghana, with a smaller size of land, has about 100, a little over 100 ethnic groups. It is clear that Ghana took the lead in independence. The self-acclaimed giant of Africa followed suit in 1960. Now my question is, who is the senior brother to the other? Is it the country that first gained independence in Africa, or the country that follows suit 3 years later? Now, what determines seniority of a brother or sister? Is it the age that determines the seniority of a brother or sister? Or the size of the country? Or the size and magnitude of your brother or sister? Help me answer this question, please. It is sad to know that people would not read and be exhibiting their ignorance openly, especially some of my Nigerian brothers and sisters. This gentleman or whoever is made this comment under my post saying that nothing original about Ghana. My brother, it is nothing is original about Ghana. First of all, your grammar is very bad. The name Ghana came after independence. Yes, it's true. Which isn't original to Ghana. Wow. Do you know the meaning of Ghana? Do you know the genesis of Ghana? I will school you. The name belongs to the present day Mali, Mauritania. Nigeria is named after its area, Niger. Wow. You are so ignorant. The Ghana Empire is one of the most powerful empires in West Africa. First of all, its origination is West Africa. So what made it foreign or not original? Are we all not Africans? Are we all not West Africans? Remember, almost everyone in West Africa has his or her roots from the Ghanaian Empire. Also remember that the rulers of the Ghanaian Empire, then the Ghanaian Empire that you claim is now in Mali, were called Magans, which translates as the rulers of gold. Now, if the Ghana Empire didn't stretch to a shore such as Ghana, How would we have so much gold reserves in our lands? I said earlier that the rulers of the Ghanaian Empire were called Magans, which translates as the rulers of gold. So in short, the land of the Ghanaian Empire was stocked with gold. Nkrumah, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, being a learned man and knows history properly, decided to choose the name Ghana for the modern day Ghana, which was then called Gold Coast because of the quantity of gold that Ghana had. The Europeans referred to Ghana as warrior king, which meant a very powerful state that were very strong and industrious. Gold Coast wasn't originally the name of Ghana. It was the British that named Ghana Gold Coast because of the gold, the excessivity of gold in Ghana or in Gold Coast. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, knowing that the name Gold Coast wasn't originally given to Ghana by a Ghanaian or by a black African, decided to name Ghana after his own heart. Gold Coast was never originally Ghanaian. It was a name given to us by the British. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah chose the word Ghana to evoke the sense of unity and liberation. It was also a reminder to the Ghanaian people of a shared heritage and belongingness to the old Ghanaian Empire. Read history, my brother. Now let's talk about how the name Nigeria was coined. Nigeria was referred to by the British as one of the Royal Niger territories. Royal Niger territories because Nigeria was not the only or is not the only country that has a Niger River. The Niger River has about 9 countries passing through it. These countries include, but not limited to, Benin, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, just to name 3. Now, why are all these countries not called Nigeria? Because they have the Niger River passing through them. Now, Flora Shawn, a British journalist in the 19th century, coined the name Nigeria. She coined the name out of River Niger because of how she felt the River Niger played a prominent role in the development of Nigeria. Key points: Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, out of his sense of unity, chose the name Ghana. A British journalist, and then probably be alive. No, a British journalist chose the name Nigeria. Now, which of these 2 names are fake? Answer these questions for me, please.
Do you know Ghana is the oldest country in West Africa by name? Yes. Per name, Ghana is the oldest country in West Africa. Ghana is 1,300 years old. Why did Kwame Nkrumah decide to name this very land Ghana? Well, this is a history. Ghana existed as an empire in current-day Mali, Burkina Faso, Guinea, and yes, the Ghana Empire existed in the 8th century to that of the 13th century for 500 good years. That was how strong the empire was in Mali. The Ghana Empire was fortified, was very modernized, and that is where flush toilet was developed as way back as in the 8th century to all the way to the 13th century. So what happened? This Ghana Empire moved and transformed into what we call the Malian Empire from 8th century to that of the 13th century. That's 500 years the Ghana Empire existed for. So the empire transformed the name from the Ghana Empire to the Malian Empire, a different empire but the same people, and still existed in current day Mali. So as they did, some of the people of the Ghana Empire moved from Ghana, that is Mali, there to the land of Ghana. That is why if you go to the Amle end of Ghana, where Ghana meets Burkina Faso in that Bobo end, you will first find the Wangara people there who speak similar language to that of Mali, the empire. And then comes other tribes all the way to the Dagombas, the Mamprose, the Siseles, the this, the that, and then all the way to the Ashantis. These are all people who migrated from the olden day empire of Ghana to the current land that we now exist in, that we call Ghana. People people came, don't forget, wherever the people are, that is where the country is. Wherever the people go, that is where the culture go, that is where the custom, that's where the tradition, that's where everything goes. So the people literally migrated from there to here. In 1471, Joao de Sentere with Pedro Escobar, Portuguese came to Ghana. Yes, they came, and that is Ghana's first, the land, that is this first land's contact with a European. They occupied Ghana for a while. Preparing Ghana for independence, Kwame Nkrumah deemed it within his wisdom to name this land after the very land where the very people who are the descendants of the empire of Ghana. Hence, that is the reason why Kwame Nkrumah named here Ghana, because this is where the people from the Ghana Empire in Mali came to and settled and called home. Hence, if they called here home, there is every need to name here Ghana. And that was how come this particular land was called Ghana. Ghana is now 1,300 years old. So it is the oldest country in West Africa by name. If it's time of European contact, Sierra Leone is the oldest country in West Africa. If it is in terms of independence, Liberia is the oldest country in West Africa. This is history. We learn it so that we know who we are, to inspire the better half of us. It is important that we know where we are from, to shape the present so that we will be able to preserve the future for not just us, but for our unborn generation. And that is why history is relevant. We should not let the West write our history. We should rewrite our history. Yes, it is indeed true that the West came and occupied Ghana for a few times. From 1471 to 1957, they occupied Ghana. But that is just few amount of years, looking at how old Ghana is for 1,300 years. Ghana is a nation that would never fall. Ghana is a nation that would stand whatever test of time there is. This nation has been in existence for 1,300 years and is still going. It tells you what a great nation Ghana is.
So what started the rivalry between Nigerians and Ghanaians? Now you see, before independence of these both countries from the United Kingdom, they lived more or less as one. You see, even though there were Togo and Benin Republic in between them, they felt as one nation. You can call it esclave nation. Because Togo and Benin Republic, as you know, are French colonies. So they're a bit different from the English-speaking Ghana and Nigeria. So Ghana and Nigeria share the same currency, they share the same airline, they share the same judicial system, the same court system, and everything was going well for them between their relationship until March 1957, when Ghana got independence. Nigerians were a bit jealous, to be honest. They felt they were bigger in size and population, so they should get independence first. None of it was Ghanaians' fault. So, and at that time, Ghana was doing better because Nigeria have not discovered oil, so Ghana was doing better. So there were more Nigerians in Ghana than Ghanaians in Nigeria. So in November 1969, Ghanaian government made an order called the Alien Compliance Order, where it says every illegal immigrant would have to go back to their country. There were Togolese there, there were Senegalese there, as Nigerians were there as well, but there were more Nigerians there. So Nigerians felt slighted that the order was about them trying to chase Nigeria out of Ghana. So, but it wasn't just about that, to be honest. But in around 1974, Ghanaian economy went down. And again, in 1958, Nigeria discovered oil and their economy was growing. So you can imagine that a lot of Ghanaians started moving to Nigeria. And at that time, average Nigerian home had Ghanaian chefs, Ghanaian nannies, Ghanaian gardeners, you see that, eh? Ghanaian gardeners and all that. So again, Nigerians in 1983, Nigerian government made a law as well saying that all illegal immigrants in Nigeria should move out of Nigeria. And there are more Ghanaians in Nigeria at the time as immigrants. So Ghanaians felt bad. They felt it was like payback to what they did to Nigeria in 1969. So they used to carry one bag, and that's what the bag they put their properties, and that bag was then renamed Ghana Must Go. So that's where the rivalry came from. But I mean, we are all friends, we are all family, we're more or less the same people, to be honest, Bantu people. So yes, that's the rivalry.
I hate it when other African countries fall to these Nigerian tricks, where Nigerian will tell you, why do you people hate us? Why do you people hate us? Is it because we're successful? Why are you people jealous and envious of us? Is it because we're successful? We're just very hardworking. We have very, very, very strong work ethics. I hate it when people fall prey to such tactics, and then eventually they come around to start complaining that Nigerians have criminal tendencies. Nigerians are criminals, especially the Igbos. Why would you fall prey to such a thing? Why would you fall prey to such a thing? Let me use myself as an example. In Nigeria right now, when you see a rich man do certain things, nobody really wants to question where he makes his money. Nobody wants to question anything about him. Nobody. When he does something wrong, nobody wants to talk about it. Why? Now let me tell you why. Because a greater number of people are running away from being called envious. Because when a rich man does something, everyone celebrates him, even though he's wrong in Nigeria. And when you want to say, this is wrong, they'll be like, you have a broke man's mentality. You have a broke man's, this is what poverty does. Why are you? So people run away from being called broke. People run away from being called envious. People run away from being called stingy in Nigeria. But you see, with a person like me, a clear conscience fears no accusation. Like Lionel Messi, I often say this: I don't need to tell who I am. People should know. But I think I've developed to the extent that trends are nothing to me. Trends, call me whatever you want to call me. You know my joy? When I say a thing, I actually like it when it's only me that says that thing, while others negate it. Because on the long run, I like this statement that Ace had always said this. Now that's how I draw my respect. So this is me coming out to tell other African countries, you cannot continue falling prey. A rich man in Nigeria could give birth to a child. The wife could give birth to a child, and that child is obviously not good looking. And everyone will be like, oh, such a beautiful child. And I'll be like, no, this child is not good looking. And they'll be like, oh, envy, jealousy, hate, broke man. Don't worry, I am. But you see, when it comes to the truth, don't fall prey to these things. That's why I don't fall prey to them. I don't fall prey to it, because they know that I don't even negotiate with them. We don't negotiate with terrorists or criminals.
So recently, there's been this whole Nigeria must go saga again tension between Nigerians and Ghanaians. Back and forth online, disrespect, stereotypes, and even talk of policies and restrictions. But let's be honest and reasonable. This thing didn't start today. It's been boiling for years, and it's not just about Nigeria or Ghana. It's about how colonial division was planted across Africa and how we're still falling for it. What we're seeing now is the result of borders drawn by people who had no love for us. The British and French divided us, then handed us fake independence. Now we sit here, fighting each other all the time, kicking ourselves out, mocking each other online, while the real enemy watches and profits. And it wasn't always like this. There was a time when the Yoruba people of present-day Nigeria and the Akan people of present-day Ghana traded freely across borders that didn't even exist. They exchanged kola nuts, gold, clove, salt, and spiritual wisdom, just name it. And they did all these without passports, without hostility. There was no Nigerians or Ghanaians. They were just African nations dealing in trust. It was Europe that created this border thing. Don't you guys understand? And the bitterness, they put it in us. This Nigeria must go mindset is dangerous because it shifts the anger away from the real enemy. It turns Ghana against Nigeria, South Africa against Zimbabwe, Kenya against Somalis. Meanwhile, France still holds CFA reserves. The IMF is still dictating our economies, and foreign military bases still sit on African soil. The sad part is, this hatred was programmed. Our schools don't teach Pan-Africanism. Ask me why. Our media doesn't promote unity, not at all. And many of our leaders, they are too loyal to foreign interests to even care. So yes, this saga might look like a simple border issue, but it's proof that divide and rule is still working in 2025. Big 2025. Africa will not win by pushing each other out. It can't happen. Africa only wins when we face the real enemy together. So we better quit all these Nigeria must go, Ghana must go madness, all these xenophobic crazies that we're showing each other, and not forgetting our South African brothers. They seem to be at the top of the echelon of all these crazy things we're doing. We have a common enemy to fight, and it isn't ourselves. And until we realize this simple fact, we're just gonna keep going in cycles and cycles and cycles, and we're gonna keep getting controlled. Well, I'm only here to keep awakening minds. Open your eyes to things you previously weren't seeing.
Ghana's really coming up. Is Nigeria a little jealous that Ghana's coming up right now?
I lived in Ghana for about a year and a half.
Oh, really?
Accra, Abekala Paz. If you know, you know. Like, I went to Sunnyside Primary School. I was out there in Ghana. I dropped the watch at the banku, all that. We ain't jealous. Also, jollof rice came from Nigeria. Don't stop shit.
Talk that shit. Talk that shit. Talk that shit.
Trust me.
But who got the best? Just be honest.
Nigerians.
Stop.
Ghana, dog.
Ghana. You're Puerto Rican.
He said that man after
The accent came out. The accent came out.
Puerto Rican.
It's Puerto Rican. This guy will tell me what's happening.
I'm just saying, Ghana.
No, there's three countries that make the
Why
jollof.
is Mexican talking to me about jollof rice? About jollof rice. What did this guy talking about jollof rice? What's happening?
It's Ghana, Nigeria, and then there's one more.
Senegal?
Senegal, yes. Senegal.
Nobody.
Everybody said Senegal got the best.
Yeah.
Wait, Nigeria people, you get one thing when I don't understand. How can you dey darkness? You dey fight person when you sleep and wake up with light. See am, I know they use filter, na normal camera. See am, let me on the light. Haba! I vex for this one. Anything dey vex me. You know, say I no even wear shirt. You know, say e no quick me wear shirt. When you know the way anything dey vex me reach. Instead of una to just gather una self, go tell una government say light dey important. Light dey important. Light dey important for life. Light dey important. Na me dey by myself dey off telly. Na me dey by myself dey off AC. Na me, oh God, waiting now. Waiting. Make una channel una energy. Make una channel una energy. Go meet una government. Make him provide light for una. Nigeria get light. Some people they enjoy it. Why some people no dey enjoy? Why una no go meet una state government, una local government chairman, make dem provide enough transformer when you go power una light so that una go see dey enjoy light. Make una leave Ghana alone. If you dey Ghana, you dey live peacefully. This one not be about promoting a country. Ask Javed, ask Pella, ask Big Jiggy, ask all those na celebrity wey dey don come Ghana for this period of Shatawale birthday. Make it tell una how Ghana be. If they don dim their light once since wey they come, whether they dey hotel, they dey personal house, ask them how they take dey enjoy Ghana. Omo, Ghana too sweet. The most special thing for Ghana na light. Because of the light, you can move at night anywhere. Because even if you get the mind to thief self, how you want to overcome the brightness of the country? How you want to overcome the brightness of the country? So therefore, because of this light, criminal away. Criminal no dey even dey think. Not be even because of the security make a thief no dey operate, and because of the brightness of the country. This one, it dey surprise me. I wonder who dey give una mind. Say that. I me dey by myself dey offer. Say am. You see am? This video, if you check our way, this say I know they use filter. This normal camera. This as they shine, and because of light. Make una go fight for una light. Make una fight for una light. Make una go fight for una light. This thing is very important. Una no fit believe. If una like, make una see the buy fuel a 5,000 naira, use a charge phone. You come on social media, call the fight with Ghana. Charon.
Wow. At this point, I will say that some Nigerians youths are so ignorant of the country Ghana. Because make it make sense to me, why would you call Ghana ordinary Ghana, small Ghana, or just Ghana? And I love the fact that this woman, she's actually a half Ghanaian and half Nigeria. I think her mom is from Ghana. Her mom is from Nigeria, then her dad is from Ghana. And she's schooled and she was born in Nigeria. I love the way she actually dissects that for most Nigerians that does not really understand. Something about Nigerians is most Nigerian youth or Nigerians is ignorancy, not being able to know and wanting to know. There's a two different thing that I don't know and I want to know. Now they don't know and they feel like what they're saying, they know what they're saying, but Ghana is one of the most oldest country in Africa as we speak. And some Nigerians are still calling it not original. Like, did you hear that? He said Ghana is not original. What is in Ghana? Common Ghana, ordinary. Nigeria should just please stop that. This is a country that gained independence after 3 years before Nigeria got their own. And I don't feel like most Nigerians that are actually calling Ghanaians ordinary Ghana, just Ghana, small Ghana, that is not even up to Lagos, according to what they say, have not been to Ghana before. They have never been to Ghana. It's just what they told. They told them that Ghana is a small country. Ghanaians are poor. Ghana is poor. There was a time Ghana used to come to Nigeria to come and beg for food. Those are the mindsets that some Nigerian youths are still carrying. And I don't know why they are not teaching them this thing. Why they are not teaching this thing in social studies. Because these things are supposed to be, there's what we call civil education. It's supposed to be upgraded. Not learning the civil education of 1900 and still be teaching it to Nigerian students. There is what we call civilization. Ghana currently is more civilized than Nigeria. I feel like Nigerians should, and that is why I love Ghanaians now, because almost 70% of Ghanaians are on social media uploading the development of Ghana, so that Nigerians should stop that word with ordinary Ghana, just Ghana, small Ghana. It's too demeaning, Ghana is known as a gold coast. Do you know what is gold? Even Nigeria mineral resources is not owned by Nigeria. It's like Nigerians do not know about it. And that is why you see Nigeria going like this. Please, Nigeria, please, let's learn to give accolade to countries. Give respect to countries that we know say is senior us. Because they call Nigeria giant of Africa does not mean that most of these countries, Nigerians are older than them. No, it's because of the population. And population should not bring disrespect. It's not making sense anymore. Nigerians should be civilized. Stop behaving like illiterates. It's not really making sense anymore. Talk like a person that knows what he's saying. I love this because a whole lot of them actually educated these guys because they really need to be educated. Anyway, if you're seeing me for the first time, I'm simply Lilian. Do well by liking this video, subscribing to this channel. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Like this video so that YouTube can push it to more people. Thank you. I'll see you on my next one.